Hey all, buddy, first time RVers, how you doing? Hopefully you can see that view, Buck Creek right behind us. So we're at Mountain Stream RV Park, and what this video is going to be is basically just the drive up here. So to get to this park, you've got two options on Route 80. You're either going to come from the north or you're going to come from the south. If you come from the north, you're going to be coming off of Blue Ridge Parkway. If anyone from this area knows the Blue Ridge Parkway, it's not very RV friendly. So most likely you're going to come from the south. That was our only option. Getting off 40, you're going to come through Marion, ultimately getting on Route 80 and coming up. And it is a very tedious drive. Dawn, when she booked it, went on to some of the Facebook groups and stuff. So that was the big issue getting to this park, is how curvy the road is and how dangerous it can be pulling an RV. So we decided to film our ride up here to show you what you can expect. We are probably 60 foot total in length between our 42 foot fifth wheel, and I think my truck is about 22 foot. So we're probably right around 60 foot in length. And it went fine, but that's basically what this video is going to be, our ride up here. So stay tuned and take a look at this ride, see some of the switchbacks you're going to hit and some of the curvy roads.
So from Route 40, east or west, you have two options. You can either take US 221 north or NC 226 north, which will turn into US 221 north. And then you'll make a left onto US 70 west, which is this road here. And then you'll make this right onto NC-80 north, which is the road that everyone was worried about. Of course, we were already nervous, and then we come across this sign: trucks not recommended. So that just added to the excitement of driving down this road. The first mile, a mile and a half, wasn't that bad. It was pretty straight. I was kind of happy because I'll take anything I can get. It was a little narrow though. You can see coming up here, there's a couple people on e-bikes. They were actually staying at the campground. And when I saw them, I was so glad that we didn't leave 5 minutes later and catch them on some of those bad turns. Luckily, on the straightaway, I was ultimately able to get past them. A little farther up, there would have been no way I could have gotten past them. we go. We got our first big turn coming up. Wow, that was nothing. Hey Maddie, punch buggy, no punch back. Here comes another sign warning those truckers. You can see I'm really slowing down for this one. And then this guy jumped out at me real quick. Kind of startled me. You'll see on this turn how I kind of swing it out to the left and go across that double yellow line to give me some space on my right. Of course, I was looking ahead as much as possible to make sure no cars were coming. But that one was a pretty tight one. But there's more coming up. This beautiful lake and how pretty some of the homes were. I told her I'm not taking my eyes off this road right now. Oh geez, here's a good one coming up. Not only do you have this turn, but then you go across this tight little bridge. Fun. You can see on the right there, there's some new concrete on that wall. I'm guessing someone must have hit it, probably with an RV. Luckily it wasn't me. Promise you, I'm not going as fast as it looks. I don't know that I hit 45 miles an hour, except on a couple of those longer straightaways. Let me remind you that we are in the mountains, and this is mostly all uphill as we get higher and higher in elevation. You're going to start to see the sides of the mountains here and how close they are to the road. This is probably one of the bigger switchbacks right here coming up. Let me tell you, you'll read on some of the Facebook groups that if you pass by the campground, your only other option is a church on your left, which is going to basically be immediately on your left. And it is a small church. There's no way I would be able to get into there and turn around. So the only other option is to keep going. 5 or so miles up, you're going to hit the Blue Ridge Parkway. And this road actually has even worse turns up on that end. And then after the Blue Ridge Parkway, I mean, you'd probably have to spend a good hour or more going around to attempt this again. So just keep that in mind. But luckily the campground is pretty easy to find, and they've got a pretty big sign. And they actually have a sign about a half mile down the road telling you it's coming up. So this Route 80 here was 7 miles long from the beginning to the campground. And it took close to 15 minutes, so that tells you how slow I was actually going. Since you're watching the video, you know we made it. No accidents. That's a good thing. Anyways, we're going to be coming up here to the campground shortly. My big suggestions would be take your time. Go slow around the turns. Swing it wide, especially on those right-hand turns. Look ahead of you as far as you can for oncoming traffic. Don't look behind you. Don't worry about those people. They'll get to their destination a few minutes later than they originally would have, but that's okay. Well, here we go. We're pulling into the campground now, so as always, give us that thumbs up, share with your friends, subscribe, comment, and I hope you enjoyed this little trip here. We will see you soon. Bye-bye.